Okay, so in this video I want to take a look at the differences between Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis version of Jurassic Park. I mean, this doesn't really happen anymore, but back when these games came out, back in the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, even a little bit later, you would have completely different versions of a game on different consoles. Like I said, not something that happens anymore really. But this here is the Super Nintendo version of Jurassic Park by Ocean, and it's just a top-down shooter exploration game, I guess you would say. You see I'm walking around here using my stun gun to make this bridge go across the water, and the object of this game is to just find, I believe it's 18 dinosaur eggs. And it does go into not just top down, but also into, when you go into utility buildings, you go into a first person point of view, kind of similar to like Doom or something like that. And there's just all kinds of dinosaurs around, all kinds of power-ups you can get. As far as guns, you can get rocket launchers, which is what I just used there to kill a velociraptor. You can get gas grenades, which put the dinosaurs to sleep for a bit and then they'll get back up. Like there's an egg right up there, but I gotta get past these boulders that fly down after I take care of this spinning guy. There we go. The boulders fly down, they break into 3 pieces, and now I can go back up these stairs, which can be a little difficult to see, and get the egg. And it should say how many eggs are left. 17 eggs left, according to Ian Malcolm. Okay, now I'm gonna skip ahead here, jump over the electric fence, and show you what it's like when you go into a utility room, switching into that first person point of view. So now we're in the first person, and it's kind of janky, but it's pretty good for how old it is. No, I don't want to go over here. That's the elevator. Let's turn around. And these doors are kind of weird to open. You kind of have to go up to them and stop and press forward to open them, and then wait till the door opens and then go through. Just makes it a little easier. And these guys will attack you if you get close enough to them, but if you're far enough away, they'll just keep walking back and forth. So we just got batteries for our night vision goggles. So now if we go into a dark room, like you'll open some of these doors and it'll just be dark, and if you don't have a battery for your night vision goggles, you'll just go in there and instantly get destroyed by a velociraptor. So not much in this room. I gotta find some kind of ammo because I'm down to my little stun gun, and that doesn't really help me. So I'm gonna have to use gas grenades for these guys. And it's so hard to judge where to put the gas grenades because it's like an area of effect once it hits. So there, now we got it. That was a perfect distance. So take out that guy, take out that guy. See if we got any ammo back here. Nope, nothing. Take out that guy. Alright, there's nothing in here except this switch. Turn the generator on. I believe through here, yep, night vision goggles. So if you didn't have that, you would just instantly die from a raptor. You would just start taking damage, regardless of whether or not the raptor was actually right next to you. It would just scream and flash and you'd be taking damage. So now we got some rockets, and there's some health. These guys are all still sleeping. And now this is the Sega Genesis version of Jurassic Park as Alan Grant, because in the Sega Genesis version you can actually play as either Alan Grant or a Velociraptor. So let's start. Got a nice cutscene here, which isn't something that's in the Super Nintendo version. Very nice cutscene for Sega Genesis. And just a little prior to the level, what your objective is. Then it starts the game. I don't have as much experience with the Genesis version that I do with the Super Nintendo. I played the Super Nintendo all the time growing up. It's one of my favorite games for the Super Nintendo, especially the music. But I do like this one still. It's just different. I haven't played it as much. And I mean, it's completely different. The gameplay is not the same at all. Side-scrolling platformer, action platformer, compared to a top-down exploration game. Probably can't even go that way. Nope. Let's go up here, jump across, grab that health, get hit by a pterodactyl. Hit by another one. I believe the red darts are the killing darts and the blue darts are the tranquilizer darts. There are a lot of power-ups in this game too, though. Like gas grenades, the red darts, the blue darts. I think there is a stun gun. I really don't even know where to go, and I'm very inexperienced in the Sega Genesis version. Get that guy, that guy. Got some gas grenades. Some more up there. Grab them. And here is playing as a raptor on the Sega Genesis, which is cool. I mean, you have it's basically two different complete games because they play completely differently. The raptor does not play at all, and you get a different cutscene, which is cool. I believe, yeah, you can eat dinosaurs, the little ones. If I can get to the right spot that I'm supposed to be to eat it. There we go. And these guys can jump really high, especially if you hold, I think it's up and right or up and left. They run and jump really, really high. I think if you hold up and jump too, it just does jump straight up really high. I guess I should say she, because all the dinosaurs are supposed to be girls. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it up like that. There we go. It's just really interesting that both called Jurassic Park, both came out in the same era, both completely different games, and I fell in a hole. And both of these games were received pretty well when they came out. A lot of people liked the Genesis version, a lot of people liked the Super Nintendo version. So whether you were Team Nintendo or Team Sega, you still had a good version of Jurassic Park to play. Let's see if I can get to Alan Grant. I think he's up down there. Yeah, there it was. Have a nice day.